Hello everyone, I'm Al from Valentyn.com and welcome to Rebel Galaxy, easily one of the best space games I've played in years. The only thing that's come close to me on enjoyment level is the old Freelancer game, and this is essentially that, but better. No longer do you fight around in a tiny little fighter craft. You're controlling capital ships, all the way from a little corvette to a dreadnought. And you work your way up through the systems and the rankings of several different types of races and factions, including a guild that you can join, such as mercenaries or trading guilds, and you also have the main story. Not only that, but as you can hear, the soundtrack, it is outstanding. I can't say anything bad about this game really. I love it all. It is great, and that's kind of, I guess, my first impression already, but we're gonna get into it, show you what it's like, and we're gonna be using the Steam controller. Now, I've played around 35 hours with the Xbox 360 controller. It is brilliantly done. It plays really well, but I've played a bit of the Steam controller and I like it as well. It's really nice. Now, settings and graphics wise, you set that all before the game launches. It has a myriad of settings. You can also choose to run the game in DirectX 9 or DirectX 11 with even an option for OpenGL if you want to. I haven't played of anything except DirectX 11, and I can tell you now, it's fantastic. The game runs really smoothly, combat is fantastically intuitive, and just a lot of fun. Story wise, it's okay. I've played a bit of the story here and there, and honestly, it could be a bit better, I think, but we'll see how we get on with it. Alright, welcome to Rebel Galaxy, and remember, we're using the Steam controller, so when I pan around, it is going to take a while for me to get used to it. I've played a good bit with it and it's still kind of interesting. So we're here at a militia base, but we can open the sector map.
Stellar map.
And, well, you can see it's pretty big. Those little skulls are the red devils. They're essentially pirate bases. Now, if they have an exclamation mark, it means they have some pretty damn good little missions for you. There's also the mercenary one here. We're at a militia one at the moment, and it's got something interesting. Now, gold and diamonds are where your mission areas is. And that little blue symbol there, if we zoom in a bit, that is actually a jump gate. So that's how you get to different sections of the sector. It's pretty darn nice. You've got nav points and everything here as well, and it works out pretty damn nice. Now, I might hear some clickety clacky. That is the Steam controller. It hasn't been broken in completely, and it makes a big clicking sound when you're doing some buttons. So I've got a custom waypoint set to this station, and I am actually piloting a very big ship. It is a McKinley class cruiser. The only thing above this are dreadnoughts that I've found so far. They're pretty darn powerful. Now, you can see bio waste at the back there, red. That does mean it's contraband. It's illegal in most areas, but you can get that. And you can actually have that and hide it away if you've got some fancy things. Now let's go to my cargo hold. You see, I've got space slaves and bio waste, and they're red, which means they're illegal. But I can actually use them. If we go to my nice little components list here, and go down, you see I have a smuggler's hold. Now, especially shielded hold, which is impervious to scanners. That means the good old militia can't scan you and see that you have illegal things, which is quite handy. Now, you get different levels of items. I've currently got Mach 6 antimatter engines, and you get different levels of things, and also different versions of them. So we're quickly going to dock, and I'm going to show you some of those.
Docking.
Now, if you played Freelancer, you essentially know what this is like. This is the militia faction. It's an outpost. Government is democracy. It's militaristic. It's got a population, and it's convoy inbound. So we can go to our equipment bay, and broadsides. You can see there is a range and host of different types of weapons you can buy that have different functions. Now, since you're a capital ship, you mainly use broadsides, with secondary weapons being things like such as flak or EMP waves, or even dropping mines. So we've got some surplus ones. We're just going to sell those. I'm not really interested in those, or magma mines either. And oh, I have 8 million. Oh my, oh my. Now you see I've got broadsides on Mach 6. They're pretty substantial and powerful, but most of my secondary things are Mach 5. The reason for that is the Mach 6 versions of these particle lasers cost around 4.5 million. Now that is a substantial amount for a main reason. If I go to a shipyard, I've got the McKinley cruiser. It's very slow but very powerful. You can see it here as I'm rotating. It's a pretty weird looking ship. It's kind of nice, but now remember, 4.5 million for Mach 6 lasers. For 6.5 million, I can get the military surplus class Dreadnought, the Sorcerer. Now you can see on the right there that some of the sets are green compared to McKinley. That means they're better. Red means they're worse. So it's got a significantly smaller cargo hold. It's got less component banks, which is a shame. I do like my component banks. But it's got more broadsides, more turrets, more secondary ports, and it's very heavy. Which means, well, that's the class of its hull. It's going to take a big old pounding, which is really good. And it's not very slow, it's just slow. So, actually, I'm just going to buy that. You can see if I go up, you get the different classes of different ships here. They're getting smaller as we go on, but not only that, you'll notice that they're actually in green. That means I will get a credit. If I sell my ship and buy one of these, I actually get a refund. Not a refund, but a credit of 5 million. And if I go up, you can never have more than one ship. You can only have the one. So this is going to cost me 6.5 million. But my total cost is actually a lot more, but I'm actually trading in my McKinley class cruiser. So let's do that there. I now own that. And sadly my repair bot has been uninstalled, and I've earned the achievement, the Dreadnought, which is nice. Now, I lost my repair bot because if I go to my equipment bay, this ship can only have 5 subsystems instead of 6 like the McKinley. So I have a spare repair bot. Now the repair bot is actually rather nice. It'll repair spot maintenance and internal systems, but it can't do hull repairs or anything extra like shields or those. But what do I have? Targeting accelerator. For turrets tonight, heat management is crucial. Turret extender is really good. They're all really important. And it's a shame I had to lose that. Now there are different dreadnoughts as well. Let me be clear, there are. And I can trade to them without any real issues. I think I might have... Oh, slam jet boosters. I actually do have some that are even better. So we'll install those. And I'll sell the Mach 5 ones. Now you can get these from cargo containers if you fight enemies. There's a lot to the game. There really is. And there's only not just one type of defense shields. I mean, if I go to ceramic plating, most of them are pretty standard, basic ceramic plating. But if I go to a different section of a different station, they might have different ones as well. So what else do I have surplus? Just a repair bot. I want to keep that. Commodities market is pretty standard. It'll just where you can sell commodities. Now you've got the selling price, the buy price, which is what you buy it for, and the system average. You can also see on the right there how the price has varied. Now you can go to different sections, and not only that, but sectors are pretty big. So we're going to look for a mission here. So I've got a mission log. I've got a reinforcements contract. It is now classed as risk low. This works not by levels in other games. You actually go by hull class and weapon type and weapon upgrades. So if I actually had my normal cruiser, or I had a heavy frigate or heavy destroyer, that wouldn't be risk as low. It could be average or high. But because I just got a dreadnought, that's classed as low. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be easy. There are some missions where I'm going to take one heck of a beating. And that is primarily because, well, it just goes by your hull class. If you're a bad pilot, you don't have good weapons, you're still gonna get the crap beaten out of you. Oh, Crunk. I hate Crunk. He's a captain that's just insane. So flip the deserters. It pays a good bit. 800,000. Militia deserters have banded together to take on some of our facilities near the Deer Trade Terminal. Protect these fragile constructions and take out the enemy capital ships. Intelligence predicts you may be able to switch the allegiance of some deserters back when their capital ships are destroyed. Could lead to valuable aid in the field. Now this means if you take out their capital ships, the fighters won't know what to do, so they'll kind of band together with you. We're gonna accept that. We're gonna go back. We're gonna undock. Now, there is a bit of a lag spike when you phase in and out of things. The latest patch brought that in. I don't know what that's about. The ship is so big it barely fits on my screen. But it's a pretty darn nice dreadnought. I've never had one before. So we have to go to a jump gate and reinforce those. So let's get this sorted.
Collision warning.
Yeah, I know I've got a collision warning. I'm pretty darn big. So, do you want to know what the broadsides look like? This is. Yes. The bigger the hole, the more broadsides. Now, my secondaries are EMP flak shells. They shoot out there. And essentially they will take out missiles that are getting too close along with fighters. But because they're EMP ones, they will also disable the shields and regenerative abilities. And sometimes disable some smaller fighters. So let's get into warp. Make our way to that jump gate. Now, like I said, there are different types of dreadnoughts as well. And some are better than others, but they all have their offshoots. The Sorcerer is a well-rounded one. It does a bit of everything, and it does everything a bit okay. It's not particularly amazing. So, there is another one out there that's just absolutely massive. It looks like a gigantic flat hammerhead shark. And it's got like 20 broadside. It is a pure weapons platform with nothing else to it. So there's our mission over there. Is that another jump gate we need to go to? Probably. Yes, one more jump gate and we'll get there. But before we do that, let's open the map. You can see they're all quite different. They're pretty darn nice looking as well. So if we press X, we've got the sector map. You can see where my mission is. You can see where I am. And it's pretty big. Charon, you can see it's not really connected. That is actually part of the story missions, which are quite nice. If you played Freelancer, it's kind of similar-ish with aliens, but there are a lot more aliens in this world already. And I do enjoy that. You can also become a pirate if you want. I don't know why you would want to do that, really. Okay, that's trying to send me to Charon. We're not going to do that just yet, so let's quickly turn around. And it is rather annoying getting to some of these. Flip the deserters. Low, that's there. Actually, we might as well go do the deserters one. It's in the same system right away. Open our sector map. And we'll go and select that. You don't really need to, but it's kind of easier when you're just going around things. Now, what's the game like performance-wise? I've got it completely maxed out running DirectX 11. As a transponder we can hack, I'm not really going to bother. It just gives you some extra missions or information. But performance-wise, I am really liking this game. Really liking it performance-wise. I've got a cap running at G-Sync at my refresh rate, which is 144 Hz. Now, what does the game run at while I'm recording? 144 Hz. I'm recording at 60 FPS at 4K using, DSR. It's fantastic. The game runs amazingly well. It plays really well. I'm still getting used to the Steam controller, which is a bit funky, but I'm liking it so far. The main thing about the Steam controller that's funky is that the trackpad for moving this camera, which is funky. It might make a little rrr sound, which is also strange in of itself. Alright, so let's do a pulse scan. The music's just kicked in, so that means one thing. They're approaching. There we go. Oh, there's a lot of them. Will you target it, please? Alright. We've got some fighters coming in as well. Now, the targeting computer can be a bit silly. You can see it's bouncing around, but my turrets are completely obliterating most of these things. One thing I did forget is I've actually got more turret ports. I should have gone and bought more turrets. I will do that soon as we're done. Yeah, you can also see that I actually have to aim. Now, I hold in one button to turn the ship, one to move the camera, and one to actually activate the broadsides and aim. Once it's yellow, that means I can actually properly shoot something. Got some thing over there. Oh, is that a dreadnought coming in? That's a bloody militia deserter one. And I also made my life a lot harder recently because I accidentally started firing on the wrong bloody thing. Alright, so I've already eaten through their shields and I've eaten through their hull plating. So now we're just doing internal damage to them for their structural integrity. And I've just taken out a dreadnought and no issue whatsoever. Activate our deflector to deal with these extra ships coming at us. And missiles especially. Oh, they're so small my broadsides can't hit them. There we go. Alright, so let's quickly go around to the other side. Oh, that militia facility is red, so yeah, let's get rid of it then. Oh, wait, what? Okay, so I was supposed to protect it, but it was red. Oh, I just pissed off my friends. Okay, let's get the heck out of here. We'll go pick up the Yiki Yak meat. Oh, this thing isn't very easy to maneuver. Hold stop, let's pick up as much as we can before we get out of here. Alright. So, let's get the heck out of here. That was a terrible, terrible mistake. Yeah, we've got another dreadnought coming in. It's a damn shame you can't actually change the color of your ships. So we use our boosters to try and get out of there. Also, we've got some different things over here. Now let's just keep going. We'll enter warp, we'll get the heck out of there. And we'll move to our next mission area. And at the same time, we've got this amazing soundtrack to listen to, which I absolutely adore. But so far, the Steam controller is holding up pretty well. One thing to note, I was struggling getting it to work again after I was playing the game. If you turn off the in-game overlay in Steam, the Steam controller stops working. I have no idea why, but it also stopped my 360 controller from working. I honestly have no idea why it does that. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but it did it, okay? It's pretty weird. Now, the developers have only had a Steam controller for a week or two, so they haven't really added in a lot of extra keybinds, because the Steam controller does have more buttons. It also has buttons for your ring finger / middle finger at the back, along with the 2 extra normal trigger buttons. So it's got a bit of extra ones. So once you can get the hang of those, I'd say it would be so much better than the other controllers. It does feel a bit weird though, where those extra buttons are, because they're at an odd placement. I can accidentally hit them. But so far things are going quite alright. So we've got to do some reinforcements here. So we're going to do this, and then we're going to go and do one story mission, just to show you what that's like. But overall, I adore the game. And it gives me a vibe of Freelancer with Cowboy Bebop. And what more do I want in a game, besides just being great? Not much. Do a pulse. Oh, we've got an awful lot of things here, so we're going to help these mercenary buddies of ours.
Threat level yellow.
Yes. Let's start blowing stuff up. Oh, without blowing ourselves up. The Red Devil Lucifer is a missile ship, so you want to get rid of that really quickly. Missiles are amazingly powerful. So I'm actually shooting straight through one of these. Oh, beautiful. Green whiskey sells for a lot, so we'll pick that up. A metallic ore, because I am literally just driving through these metallic meteorites. Oh, they're coming up the other side. Now you notice at the bottom left, I've got these little flashing red rings. Those are my shields. The white ring in between that is my hull plating. After that, my percentage would be, and is my structural integrity. So you can help reduce and offset damage by activating your deflectors like this, but they do run out. That's the blue bar at the bottom. The longer you hold it in, the more it drains. Also, you can see I can't actually fire weapons when my deflector is up. Not only that, but every time you take an impact hit, you are going to lose a lot of deflector shielding. But it gives you a nice opportunity to try and regenerate some of your shields. Oh, now there's the other thing. That Gargantuan is another dreadnought. That is the thing that's got one heck of an amount of gun ports. Now you'll see it's got one chevron in it inside its little reticle. That means it's quite difficult. 2 means it's essentially going to kill you. But I'm eating through it a lot quicker than it can eat through me. Because while beams aren't great long range and don't have a lot of damage, they're concentrated fire when they're fully targeted, and in the yellow reticle, it's amazingly pinpoint. We've got, oh, wow, one of their ships just tried to kamikaze me. Didn't go down too well for that. Ooh, a cargo container. That's so we can get some surplus materials.
Green.
Threat level green. Easy peasy. So we've got an awful lot of fighters going around. Let's try and deal with them. My flak and broadside turrets and everything else is going to handle them.
Engines are no longer repaired.
All the other turrets, which are pulse turrets and laser turrets, will independently fire on anything they can target that is an enemy.
Full stop.
So we've got some enemies still up ahead, along with what looks like a capital ship rearing its head.
Engines at maximum. Missiles inbound.
Let's pick up these robots to sell. Oh, it's just a Lucifer, is it? It should be easy enough to deal with. And locked on. There it goes.
Mission complete.
There we go. Mission complete. Pretty handy, pretty darn nice.
Sublight.
Now I quickly want to show you on, let's see, where's the civilian one? There we go. It's impoverished. So we'll go there. That means they are gonna, if you have food, it's gonna sell for a higher price there.
Collision warning.
Any food substances, because they are impoverished. So we're gonna go there. Also, because I want to show you the other dreadnoughts. Now, you don't need to have a lot of money, because you can trade in your ship. It makes upgrading ships vital. Like, you can go from destroyer to cruiser or more. You don't have to actually wait. If something is slightly better for you and it costs a bit more, get it. You're gonna trade in that ship right away for the amount you bought it, and you're gonna get your upgrade. It works out really well. I do like that system. Oh, and avoid planets. They have a gravitational pull. And yeah, you will get a proximity warning. Are we...
Stellar map.
Oh no, it is in front of the thing.
Sublight.
That's nice. Sometimes it might look like it's in front and you might go into a station.
Warp inhibited by stellar map.
Dock. And let's see what we can sell. Now you can also visit the bar, which is interesting. You can hire mercenaries to help you. You can look at the news board, which will show you where crime waves are and where you can go and help. And you can talk to the bartender.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, the robots are funky talking. You can get some advice here with local markets and everything. Any advice for some new to the
I've heard
quadrant?
that tetrahedrite and obsidian can give an excellent yield when mined.
You can always get some nice little advice here, which is quite nice. So we'll go, never mind, we'll end that, we'll leave this. Now, equipment bay, we've got some surplus material. Oh, it's normal flak. It's okay, but I'm gonna sell it for $1 million. Anything I can upgrade? Well, just basic shields, and I've got impact shields. So impact shields have a lot more damage capacity, which you can absorb, but they do recharge a lot slower. Alright, nope. Any weapons really? Mark 6 lasers. You can see 4.6 million, that's a lot. Let's go to the shipyard. Now, I'm piloting the Sorcerer, but you can see there are two other ships far more expensive. Those are also dreadnoughts. That's the Polaris, which is the most maneuverable of all. It's got less broadsides, but more turrets. Also a bigger cargo hold. And then the Black Gate. Very slow, amazingly powerful. It's got less component banks, but look at that. 20 broadsides, 16 turrets. It's a venerable fortress. It is pure death in space. But it's very expensive. But I can afford it. Now, less component banks means while you are going to have a substantially bigger arsenal, you can't have nice components that increase targeting and efficiency. So are we going to get it? Should we get it? I think so. We just got it. Now, there are better ones out there, depending on what you want. There's something for everything, really. That's a nice thing about it. Now, the Black Gate is usually used by pirates. And I can see why. It's a massive arsenal. Now, we can go to the commodities market. Let's see what sells well. Yep, because they're impoverished, food sells for an awful lot. Metallic ore sells for standard amount of white. Nuts and bolts, not really doing so well at all. I'm not going to sell the Grille whiskey here, because it used to be 20,000. So we're going to ignore all of that. And we're going to go do one story mission, so I can show you what that's like. Now, look at this beauty. Look at it. Is it not pretty? Alright, so missions. No missions available. Hold up, I should have traveled to Charon. Set as primary. Oh, it wasn't showing it because it's apparently very low now. Why? Because I got this beast. Oh, also while I'm here, I should probably get Can I get a bit closer without crushing it? Yeah. I should have enough money to buy some extra turrets, because I have extra turret slots. We go to... my broadside charger is down as well. Actually, we'll go to subsystems. And what would be a better thing to do? Because I have so many broadsides, they are kind of expensive and important. Broadside accelerator improves the projectile speed. I don't really need that. My lasers don't really rely on speed. So we'll remove that, and the charger I will install because I use the beam weapons. And let's see, defense, I've got all of those. But if we go down here, I should have... Yeah, look at all these extra turret slots. Look at them! Sadly, I don't have any money to buy any extra turrets. So I've got a massive ship, a lot of capability, but I don't have any money. But like I said, we're not going to go do a bunch of missions to make money. We're going to go do a story one. Just to show you what that's like. Which is quite a lot of fun, actually. So, wait, whoa. Let's set the primary. Why can't I... Interesting, why can't I see it?
Stellar map.
That's odd. I'm tracking it, but I can't see it. Let's actually go to the sector map.
Stellar map.
Oh yeah, that's why. Charon one's all the way over there. Threat level mild in the system. Charon is isolated, all jump routes are inaccessible. Alright, so... let's go to Rex. Is that where I'm going? I think it is. Yep, Rex system, jump gate. Alright.
Accelerating to sunlight. Engines at maximum.
This is such a big ship. I can't wait to get it fully arsenalized. If that's even a word, but I just mean getting a lot of stuff. Now, what is the game control-wise? Control-wise, I love it. It's a fantastic game. I've enjoyed every minute I've played. It's so much fun, and the Steam controller does a really good job on it. Except for there when I accidentally hit that extra button with my ring finger. It's actually also classed as the A button, which is for, you know, engines and dropping out of things. Gets a bit annoying like there. The ship is pretty hard to steer. I'll give it that. Then again, considering the size of it, I'm not surprised. But it's not always about the biggest and baddest. I mean, for all I know, the Sorcerer, which is the ship I had before this, might be a far better fit for me. Or even the Polaris. Oh, we've got some Virax. And they are pure alien scum. Whoa! Okay. Gold ingots, we'll grab those anyway. That was, usually those aliens are pretty powerful.
Engines at maximum.
I think I might be overpowering the mission levels. But, don't be worried about that. When I first started, you are gonna get some story missions that are very high rated on the risk, which is an instant death. So it forces you to go and explore and do other things. But that also means you're gonna get to do a lot of fun things out of there. Yep, the Rex system was the one I needed to go to. It's such a beautiful game. Now it's not outstanding graphic-wise. It's not gonna be some Star Citizen game. It doesn't need to be. It's doing a fantastic job. I'm enjoying it. I've got 41 hours and counting on it, including this. The performance is spectacular. I mean, 144 FPS in all circumstances. The only time being a lag spike when you go in and out of a station, and that's more of a phasing issue, I think, because of the engine. Other than that, I absolutely love every minute I've played in this game, and they've done a fantastic job. The developers have worked on Diablo and even Torchlight, and this is a fairly substantial jump from that. They managed to take Freelancer, add capital ships, and make it better than it was in my opinion. Let's jump to the new system. This is gonna be fun, everyone. See, there's a tiny bit of lag spike there. Not too much initially, it's better at a pulse.
Looks like your gate held together. We've all got our fingers and toes. Thanks for your help. We've got our own business to attend to, so we'll leave you to it. Watch yourself out there. Here's hoping your gate stays open long enough for all of us to get home.
I agree. Now you can see that's a McKinley cruiser over there.
I am attempting to locate the remaining reliquary fragment in the system. However, the subspace interference which disrupts stable gateways is having a similar effect on my scans.
Interesting.
Exiting sunlight.
So waypoint set. So there are outposts here.
Stellar map.
Interesting. Oh, there's a pirate lord over there. Oh, it's very far away. Let's see if we can. Actually, before we do, no. We're gonna go and kill a pirate lord. We're in the new system with aliens everywhere. Now, what we need to try and avoid is going straight into that sun or its gravitational pull. That's bad, okay? Going to a sun, you're gonna have a bad time. That's a red giant.
Vessel, Dreadnought scale, is approaching us. Its weapons are not armed.
What are you saying?
Engines impaired.
Okay, incoming hail.
Inbound.
They're getting
I
angry.
was able to translate a portion of the Viriax language based on old records. It will have to wait, however. The Viriax vessel is armed weapons.
Whoa, they like their missiles, I'll tell you that.
Inbound.
We'll need to get rid of these missile frigates really quickly,
Top level, yellow.
because they are gonna eat through my shields. Come on, lock onto the right thing.
Missiles inbound. Engines impaired.
Oh, they've got leech missiles.
Missiles inbound. Engines are no longer impaired.
Leech missiles really screw up with your engines. I'm kind of glad I got this ship.
Inbound.
Oh, look at this beast. Alright, now for the big boy.
Engines impaired.
I don't even need to aim properly with this huge thing in front of me.
Engines are no longer impaired.
Alright, activate our boosters. They are not happy.
Engines
Not
are
happy
no
at all.
longer impaired. Engines impaired. Missiles inbound.
I want to get closer. I want to get significantly closer. So I can open up with my default attacks as well, which would be my laser turrets and pulse turrets.
Engines at maximum.
The problem is they're using an awful lot of bloody leech missiles on me. Alright. This thing is massive.
Inbound.
Oh, they're eating through my shields now. Oh, well, I'm ready through theirs anyway. Their charging is slower than mine. Nukes incoming from the looks of it. Yeah, this dreadnought's getting wrecked. So if I didn't have my dreadnought, this might have ended really badly. I got a nice bounty out of it as well. Alright, let's deal with this one. Half my turrets can't even reach it. That's no good. Too close, that's the issue there. Oh well, managed to get rid of them. Perfect. Oh, I enjoy this combat so much. Positioning is so important in this game. Now you'll notice some of my weapons fire automatically. Those are actually my turrets. They can target anything. You can see they'll just do their own thing. That's why the more turrets, the better. But if I actually, let's see, go back here, missions, and we go to tactical, I can actually select what they fire at. My lasers I can set any craft, target only, or only locked on. Fighters only, capital ships only, or turrets only. You can actually take out turrets on enemy ships. It's pretty darn handy, really. You can also, you see, you can scroll through them all. I like it on any craft because they'll just do their own thing and make my life easier. So the EMP flak should hit that ship, disable it, and then BAM! Gets wrecked. Oh, militia dreadnought came through.
I have isolated 3 possible locations where the fragment may be located. We will need to approach each one to allow for a precision scan.
Alright, so let's go do this. We'll go pick up those gold ingots quickly.
Engines at maximum.
Target eliminate.
Oh, they've arrived with their dreadnought and they're just picking up what's left
Target
over.
destroyed.
Pretty darn nice. They're a bit late though. Oh, this one's just low instead of very low. And considering the last very low one had an enemy dreadnought in it, things could have gone pretty darn badly. So this is what I mean by the story missions can be pretty difficult, and why the risk level doesn't mean everything. It's all down to whole class. So if I came with this ship and I didn't even have the Mark 6 weapons and shields, I would have gotten wrecked something fierce. Alright, you're on the way. Oh, that is beautiful!
We are approaching one of the potential locations. This appears to be a VRX outpost of some sort. It will take a few moments to complete the precision scan.
No worries. I'll just keep blowing stuff up, I guess. I like the beam weapons. You can get projectile based ones. I'm not really projectile, but pulse weapon turrets. They're great. I like these instead.
VRX craft have sighted us and are approaching with hostile intent. I still require more time.
No worries. I've just blown up most of them. That one's out of range for now. What about these? Got some shriekers and strikes in. The stealth frigate is almost down. Alright, let's blow the shit up after we get rid of what?
Perhaps they will assist.
Hopefully the militia group decides to show, but are they kind of needed? Ah, good. I'm also getting bounties on these. Seems they've been pirating our sectors.
All craft, break formation and attack any targets of opportunity.
Is it really needed? I am completely wrecking all of them. So if you're doing this without a dreadnought, I'm just a power player, so I went and got that. That would have meant that you would have, well, needed to wait for the help from all these others to show up. Yeah, you can see once everything's properly targeted with the yellow beam, you rip through it so much quicker. There we go. One more hit. Oh! We've got some meteoritic diamonds as well. Ooh.
Collision warning. Accelerating to sublight.
Nice.
Exiting sublight.
Oh, there's the orange one. Up ahead, the container. Reliquary piece collected.
The last fragment has been recovered. In addition, I succeeded in downloading a vast quantity of VRX communication during the conflict. We have much to discuss after we leave this place.
And there we go.
I think it's time we hightailed it out of here, don't you? Militia craft, exit the area and regroup at the jump gate. If it's all the same to you, we'd like to leave this damn system. We'll keep the VRX busy. Head to the gate and we'll be right behind you.
And well folks, there you have it. That is Rebel Galaxy. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and I hope you decided you like the game. If you like games like Freelancer, there's simply nothing better out there at the moment except, well, this. Especially if you like capital ships instead of little fighters. I'm Al, hope you enjoyed watching this. If you did, don't forget to check out the game. The Steam link is in the bottom of the description. And
Target eliminated.
bye-bye everyone.
Engines at maximum.